These beast formations will allow you to outnumber and outflank the defense at the point of attack. That's what's great about these formations. All right, so in this video, I'm going to take you through 10 beast formations that are great for youth football. We've used all 10 of these at one point. They all have different benefits. Some are a little stronger in some areas, some are maybe a little bit weaker in others, but I'll take you through the formations, and you could definitely grab 2 or 3 of these, run some plays out of them, and just dominate defenses. All right, first formation is beast tight. All right, now features a balanced formation. I'm sorry, balanced offensive line. I've got a 3-man surface to each side. The one wing is compressed in, the other wing is a little bit more outside. When we have the fullback offset to the wingback side. So, it's really good interior run game here. It's decent sweep game too. You could have just this kid go a little bit wider so you could work some sweep plays. It's just all around a good formation. And why I like balanced line formations is because it'll force the defense to defend both sides of the field. So if they overload to the unbalanced backfield, then we could go the other way to a strong 3-man surface with an H-back. And I also like running like A gap or B gap power here against like the 6-2. Let me try that up real quick. Let's say you get a 6-2 look here. All right, and then the backer here. I do like running power to that. We'll unwrap this kid. So yeah, it's with the compressed H, you get nice power options. You get nice insert options. You could sneak them out to the flat, and same thing with the wingback. You could run power this way. You could run buck this way. There's a lot of options here. So what I like best about the beast type formation is that it forces the defense to defend both sides. It's more of a balanced formation in regard. You could run inside. You could run off tackle. There's really a lot of deception slash counter backfield options and different actions that you can do to throw the defense off, and you could attack outside. Great play action passing game with 4 or 5 receiving threats, not counting the direct snap player. So this is definitely a nasty formation. Definitely one of my favorite ones. Beast heavy. This is one we haven't used as much recently, which this season we are going to. This is a formation I really like if my team is struggling. If we're not very big and we can't just kind of line up and just run it down their throat. What I like about this formation is that there's an unbalanced line and an unbalanced to the backfield. The unbalanced line and unbalanced backfield, they're to the same side. So that presents a lot of problems for the defense. However, even though technically it's a 2-man surface away from the strength, we still have that Z, which is like an extra blocker. So we do have a 3-man blocking surface and different blocking combinations for when teams overshift to our 4-man surface with the H-back side. So I like this formation because, just by this alignment, all right, it's going to force the defense to shift or get beat because, there will be gaps. When you go 4-man surface, a lot of times the defense, they'll still have the nose guard on the center when he should really be on the center of the formation, right? Like the center of the formation isn't the center. Center of the formation is right here because you got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So they're already going to be misaligned because that's a big mistake coaches make. Their nose guard a lot of times is not on the center of the formation. They're lined up on the center position. All right, so a lot of teams will line up here, they'll line up here, and then here, and they'll have a backer off the ball here. So you could see the gap. There's almost a 2-defender gap. 3 if you want to count him, or if the H is wider. Okay, and then that'll bump this end out even more. So you could attack these gaps, and that'll kind of be like a little bit of an equalizer for you too if you're inferior in regard to player alignment size and just controlling the line of scrimmage. So there's a lot of great off tackle runs here, a lot of great counter actions here. You can go outside. A lot of people will think this is the tackle, or they'll realize that you're tight end, but they won't cover him because, like, to the kids, it looks like a tackle. So if you could sneak him out on a pass play, which is nice. And, with the Z off the ball, you can motion them, run jet. You can motion them to get an extra guy here. Same thing with the H. You can motion the H off, and then you could go back this way. So there's a lot of options with the beast heavy formation. All right, beast wide. You have a decent run game here. You have some counter actions back. I like that the offensive line, the line of scrimmage is balanced, right? We got 3-man surface to each side. With the H, F, and the W, they're a little wider, so you get a better straight straight up passing game out of this. If you got a mobile quarterback or your best player could also throw, which in a lot of cases is true. Like your best kid probably be able to throw. He probably kicks for you. He's the best running back, you know. So throwing out of the beast is very underrated. But you got great passing concepts out of this. You got great leverage and numbers to the point of attack if you do sweep plays. So it's a tough formation to align to because you got six blockers. It's almost six different gaps, so it's a tough formation to align to. I like off sweep plays, off tackle plays to the heavy side, okay, or to our beast side, I'll say. And then, you do have some options coming back with the H back. You can run GH counter, could cheat him down a little bit, pull kick, double, pull wrap, and run the other way. So there's a lot of options out of this formation too, but I think it's better with the sweep game and a better passing game out of this formation, more so than anything. Beast Diamond, this is like the ultimate balance formation, right? You got a back right behind the direct snap player, got an H and a W. Okay, this will be our four best athletes back here. Balance line, balance backfield. What that does is it forces the defense to have to defend both sides of the formation, right? You could attack the interior, off tackle to both sides. You could attack the edge to both sides. You get a lot of great counter action when you have all these backs, right? Like there's a lot of different counter actions you can do when you have three backs, so it's nice from a deception standpoint. I think it's pretty weak running outside because you have to rely on either this tight end reaching a DN or having this wingback log the play side DN, which is hard. So I don't think the outside running game is as good out of this. But I think the interior runs are great. Play action passing is somewhat limited to your tight end as your vertical threat, and then the running back as your underneath threat. So like there's only so many different passing combinations you could run out of this as well. But the inside run game is great. Off tackle run game is great. Decent one or two play action passes out of this, but overall it's just a good inside run formation in my opinion. All right, this is a little bit of a change up. This is a formation we call river. If this was to the left, if the formation was flipped, oh, sorry. The formation was flipped. I don't know if I could do that. I guess not. But I don't think I could do that in the formation template area of this play design program. But if this was flipped, this would be our lake, I'm sorry, our lake formation would be to the left, rivers to the right. So we have a three-man surface here. We're tackle over with our tight end here. So it's a strong three-man surface with two beast backs and a receiver, which forces the defense to keep that corner out of the play. All right, and then you have the F to the play side too. This is obviously very strong to the B side, to the three-man surface side. So any off tackle or sweep runs are great. You have great play action passing concepts out of here. Again, the Y. A lot of times teams will think he's a tackle, so you could actually throw to him. There's a lot of different, as I said, passing concepts out of this. You could compress him down, run post wheel. You could run some type of smash concept. There's a lot. Tight end drag over the top or tight end over. A lot of coaches call it. You only have a two-man surface to the backside, so you will have to pull going back this way. So I think it's a little weaker to the weak side. But you could pull this kid, you can motion this kid across, hand this way. So there's a lot of options here. But for me, we're going to run our river and lake formation. We're going to run off tackle or outside to it. That's basically the two plays we'll run out of this. And I just like having that split end because a lot of times teams will roll up their corner, especially if we're compressed. They got to use their corner as kind of like the spill guy or to help with contain. So a lot of times going into this formation, we'll pull that corner out and then they can't really do that. And they got one less guy they could commit to the box, one less force player that they could kind of spill the inside runs to. So this is a nice formation for off tackle and to the side. All right, here's your traditional beast tank formation. Got a four-man surface here. All right, if we go tank right, our left tackle lines up to the right. If this was the opposite, tank left, our right tackle would line up on the end. The tight end would bump out, but the right tackle would go over, and then we'll have a four-man surface with the right tackle on the left side. So you can see we got a four-man surface with three backs in the backfield. This is a heavily unbalanced formation on the offensive line and in the backfield. So that's the formation we would call heavy. The offensive line is unbalanced. That would be an unbalanced formation for us. If the backfield's balanced, we would just say the backfield's unbalanced. When the offensive line and the backfield are balanced, then it's what we call a heavy formation. So Beast Tank's nasty, great for outside runs, great for off tackle runs, good for interior runs. As I say all the time, you could sneak this tight end on a pass. But for me, the best plays out of this are two, the four-man surface and beast backside. So we have really good beast tank content too on our website and on our YouTube. And we have a YouTube series on our beast tight, our beast heavy, our beast wide, our beast diamond, and our beast tank. So definitely check that out. We have some content on our YouTube of our beast diesel. Just type in those words and you'll see, and you'll find it on YouTube or on our website. All right, here's more of a spread look for us. This is a formation we call diesel. His H-back is actually a little bit, he's inside more. So we will cheat him out when we run sweeps and we'll cheat him in when we run inside. Now I love this formation because we have the pass strength, the backfield strength and the offensive line, the line of scrimmage strength to the same side. So this would be what we consider, as I said, a heavy formation. But you get a lot of different passing concepts out of this. If they don't cover the two, you could just catch the snap, throw a now screen. You could do check now, or you could do this. That's the hand signal we use to throw the now. You get very good off tackle, sweep plays. You get good counter. It's a little weak going opposite of the diesel side. We don't run too much away from, we don't run too much to a two-man surface. Yeah, we could run GH counter. We could pull kick. We could pull wrap, take two steps this way, then bang back when teams overshift. That's definitely a play we run. But for me, the nuts and bolts of this, the core stuff is to the diesel side. So this would be diesel right for us, tells left tackle he's left. If this was diesel left, our right tackle would line up to the left. All right, so our three-man surface consists of two tackles and the guard. So this is a very strong formation. And then our H-back could kick out on power. He could insert on ISO. He could cheat out and seal on sweep. There's a lot of options here. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys at the point of attack. Could run any kind. You can run slant arrow. If you got a mobile quarterback that could throw, or your direct snap player can throw. I mean, you could run smash. I like smash out of this. I like slot fade out of this, or wing back fade, whatever you want to call it. Stick we ran out of this. All right, so we'll get an outside release vertical. He'll run a stick. We'll hit the flat here. So there's a lot of options out of this formation. Definitely, we don't run all 10 of these every year, but this is definitely a formation we run every year. Diesel is definitely one. And Diesel is featured in our Beast Formation Offense Playbook bundle. This bundle is nasty. We got the base Beast Formation, Beast Tank, Beast Diesel. And then we have our Beast Formation OG playbook, which is more like a single wing look, for free. That's included with this as well. So you could check this out. The Beast Bundle is by far the best Beast playbook on the web. It's not even close. It's got five-star reviews. It's gonna be 6 soon. I'm waiting for the coach to email me what he thinks. But yeah. I mean, don't take it from me. Take it from coaches that are running this and winning with this. So if you haven't checked out our bundle, definitely check that out, guys. And like I said, there's a lot of these formations have free videos on our YouTube. We have a free Beast mini clinic on there too, so check it out. We're by far the best resource for the Beast offense, which is essentially just direct snap, right? It's direct snap offense. All right, so this is our Beast empty. Did I skip one? No, I did not. All right, this is our Beast empty formation. I love this. Empty means there's no back in the backfield. Technically there is, but if you have a mobile quarterback, he could be here. Then he'll be your traditional empty. So I guess I don't know if you could consider this empty, but we would consider it empty because whoever's catching the snap is the only one in the backfield. So that for us that means it's empty. But for most coaches, I think the common you know the common thought about empty is no backs in the backfield. So you could call it what you want. We call it empty. But there is technically a back in the backfield. So is it empty? I don't know. That's you call it whatever you want. So we're gonna call it empty. All right, so we got a 3x2 here with an attached tight end. Gives us a three-man surface here. If the defense spreads out with with the spread formation, we'll just implement a quick now to our number 2 or a bubble to our 3. Okay, when I say 2 and 3, we count our receivers: number one, number two, number three. All right. So if we do a bubble to the H, we can run a now screen to our slot. All right, we have a lot of passing options out of this. I love QB trap. We just did a really good video on the empty formation, run plays out of empty. So definitely check that out. It's our latest YouTube video. It's 7 explosive run plays out of empty. So check that out on our YouTube. It's a nasty video. Great plays I got drawn up and pretty in-depth play diagram breakdowns. So I like this because it spreads the field. If they don't spread the field, we'll throw on the perimeter or we'll run on the perimeter. If they do match our spread, we'll hit them inside. We have 3 guys off the ball, so we have a lot of different jet sweep action, right? We could send this kid in jet, this kid in jet, this kid in jet. We can motion someone back in. All right, we can motion this kid back in and run ISO. So there's a lot of different options here. It's a tough formation to align to. You have the pass strength to one side and you have a run strength to the other. That is always a great way to create alignment conflict and misalignment for the defense, right? How do big plays happen? A lot of times big plays happen, one, if you have better athletes, if you have studs, right? Versus inferior teams. But like true big plays when it's an E-level playing field, defense versus offense, big plays happen when the defense is misaligned. That's usually what happens. That's usually the main reason for giving up big plays, bad pursuit paths, and misalignment. But yeah, when you have the heavy run strength to one side and the pass strength to the other, create some alignment conflict for the defense, and they have to commit linebackers out here, so they're a little light in the box. So I like this formation a lot. Beast double wing. It adds that traditional double wing look. I love the tight end wingback flanks. I'm getting a little wing T-ish here, right? But yeah, mobile quarterback. You can run Q buck here. You can run all your traditional wing T run concepts, just snapping to a mobile quarterback or your best player. You could run trap. You could run jet stuff. You could run orbit motion stuff, rocket sweep. You could run buck. You could run belly to the 2-man surface, have the wing insert. You could run down to the 3-man surface. There's so much you can do here. You can run buck. You can run buck sweep, where they log and he leads outside. So and then another reason why I love this formation is because it spreads the defense out while also maintaining a strong run threat inside with a 3-man surface wing and a wing back here. So this is another nasty formation, guys. If they don't match the two, you could throw a quick now screen out there. There's a lot of passing combinations when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eligible receivers, not counting your tailback who's technically eligible if he hands to someone else and runs out for a pass. So, but you have 5 eligible receivers on top of a really strong run threat. So this is a nasty formation. It's a formation I'm looking to run a little bit more so this year. So hopefully get some good game film for you guys on that. But Beast double wing, nasty. Beast balance, okay, or a lot of people will call this Beast pistol because the back is our running back is behind our running back. So I think people would refer to this as Beast Pistol, but for us, we call it Beast Balance. What I like about this formation is that it's balanced, right? You have a strong 3-man surface with a wingback attached, flank to each side. You have the fullback directly behind the quarterback, so you don't know which way they're going to go. We could go right, we can go left, we could go in the interior, we could go outside right, outside left. We could get a really good counter game going when you have 2 wings. You could send this wing here, come back here. You could implement a lot of jet stuff because you have 2 wings. So the options out of this are endless. It's good outside. It's good inside. To cheat him in, you could insert on ISO. It's just, it doesn't, when you come out balanced like this, it doesn't give the defense any tells. Like it really forces them to defend both sides of the formation, and you really have a nice 2-way go or 2-side go, I'll say. But that's about it.